All right. Good evening. Today is May 30th, Friday, May 30th, 2025. And of course, I am coming to you live from my home in the beautiful state, or actually, it's not a state, it's a commonwealth, the beautiful Commonwealth of Virginia. And I've looked it up several times because whenever I mention that Virginia is a commonwealth, I'm always like, well, wait, exactly what is the difference between a state and a commonwealth? And I look it up, and there's literally no difference. They're pretty much the same exact thing. But as always, I am your friend and host, Addy. And tonight, I thought, tonight, on this wonderful Friday night, since we kind of have the entire night, since I don't have work in the morning, and really it's about me. I thought tonight, maybe, just maybe tonight, we're going to be able to have the green guy go wherever we tell him to go. I think we can do that tonight. I think we can do it. I think we can accomplish it. I've done no work. I did do some like mindless work on the game. I just kind of was going through and was like playing around with the map, trying to play around with, okay, well, because I really don't like maps where they just have like they have invisible walls, right? Like I don't like maps like that have invisible barriers that you can't get through. And I understand like why a game has those. Like obviously you can't have in theory, you can't have an open end. Well, you know, I think I've mentioned on here before that my dream game is the Grand Theft Auto engine hooked up to Google Earth and then just everything rendered. Like I want to be able to have a video game where I can basically navigate the real world in a Grand Theft Auto style open world simulator. That's what I want. And honestly, I feel like that is something that I might be able to see within my lifetime. Like, well, then again, at the rate of which Grand Theft Auto games are released, I don't know. But, you know, we have this new Grand Theft Auto coming out next year. And who's to say that it's going to be Grand Theft Auto that does it, right? You had other companies. There are plenty of other companies that do Grand Theft Auto style games. I think the tricky part with my dream game is a lot of it's going to have to be procedurally generated, right? Because who's going to sit there and model buildings in Dar es Salaam, right? The capital of is Dar es Salaam, is that the capital of Tanzania? It's on the southeast of Africa. Dar es Salaam. Is it Tanzania or is it? I think it's Tanzania, but now I got to know. Now I got to know for sure. It's like Dar es Salaam. Is it Mozambique? No, it's Tanzania. Dar es Salaam. So who's going to go and model every build? Like, I mean, if you look here, well, first of all, let's look at what is the Google Street View. So we don't have a lot of options for Google Street View in Dar es Salaam. But, and not sure is in the house, just mod Microsoft Flight Simulator. No, you're right. Because Microsoft Flight Simulator, they have, you can get out and walk around, right? Like you can get out and you have like a player character in Flight Simulator now where you can actually get out of the plane and walk around. So we're close to my dream. Like we're really close. Only thing, like I said, you marry the Flight Simulator and Grand Theft Auto worlds, where basically I want to be able to fly a plane to Dar es Salaam and then rob a convenience store and then escape the police and then hijack a plane and go to Cairo or to Dubai or, you know, like I want that. That's what I want. But actually I want to, there aren't a lot of, let's look at the satellite views of Dar es Salaam. So a lot of Google Earth, they do have like 3D rendered views, but it doesn't look like Dar es Salaam is one of those places. Actually, I don't understand. Like on my Mac, when I zoom out on Google Maps, I see a globe on my Mac. But on Windows, I see this flat Mercator map. Not sure. It says get out of the plane and rob people. Exactly. Like that is the dream, right? Like that's the dream. Like to be able to like fly a plane to Ankara in Turkey, the capital of Turkey, and then just get out and just rob the place blind, and then, you know, get back in the plane and make a beeline for South America. Like that is the dream. Now we're just going to do a Google. We're just going to look at that. I mean, like, wouldn't it be so cool to, but see, here's the other thing. Like, in my dream game, I'd be able to enter into this building, and I'd be able to go to each floor on the building, and I'd be able to interact with the items in the building. And again, this is going to have to be something that's like procedurally generated. You're going to have to the AI would have to come through and look at this and say, okay, look, there's approximately 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's like 14, 15 floors. So I'm going to have to model that. It's approximately this size. It goes up. So AI could have to come through, look at all the different views of this building, and then make a model of it that you can enter into. So my dream game, you're going to have to be able to enter all the buildings. You're going to have to be able to fly everywhere. There's going to have to be NPCs in the game or other players of the game. Like, that actually would be really cool. And there's just one server, right? Just one server that everybody logs into. And literally, it's just a world simulator. Being a South American drug runner would be a cool game. Yeah. But to what extent? I mean, like, to what extent is it simulated, right? Like, are you going to have to drive the boats, or do you just arrange for the boats? Like, that kind of thing. You need to make an AI that could do all of this, obviously. There's a photorealism AI post-processor that's absolutely insane. Like, imagine what AI is going to be in 5 years. Like, just in 5 years. Although, I do wonder, are we reaching like a plateau of what AI can do, at least for now, right? Because we do this, like a new technology comes and it just skyrockets in its adoption and its capabilities, and then eventually it kind of like caps off, right? It caps off, and then that's kind of what it is. So are we? And then, it's like progress is kind of like it skyrockets really first, and then it just kind of, it's like logarithmic. Is it logarithmic? I don't remember, but it kind of caps off. It'll still keep increasing, but it'll be increasing and progressing at a much slower rate. So that's what I'm thinking. All right, boys, I'm not going to get distracted. I'm not going to get seduced into the seductive conversations of Not Sure and get completely distracted about talking about my dream Grand Theft Auto game. No. We have our own game to work on. Okay. So, but what I was originally saying was like, okay, I have to limit the world of this game. And so right now it's an island, and I'm thinking like, okay, at some point maybe we could have a dock, or maybe a couple of docks or a couple of boats, and you have to get on the boats, and then you have to paddle out to the water, and then once you get to a certain point, then you're safe. But we'll figure it out but I think, and I want to, I need to add some texture. I need to add some hills, and then I went ahead and I copied the building as well, but that's okay. All right. So what we're going to do is our goal tonight, and I think we can do this. If I shut up and actually start working, at least we can do it. Our goal tonight is to have the green guy go where we want him to go. So I was thinking, okay, where should the data structure live? Like, where should the data structure for, because I would like player stats. I kind of want to repurpose player stats. Right, because player stats is health. Well, let's just put it in. We could just put it in player stats for now. All right. So this is going to it's going to be a very simple dictionary. All right. I was going to make a struct, but I don't even think we need to make a struct. I think it can just be a field. Okay. So in here, it's going to be public dictionary. Is that what it is? Dictionary, and then we're going to have the label, which is a string, and then a vector 3 object. All right, and then it's going to be labeled points. Okay. I guess we can go ahead and do the model. Let's see. We'll do private. All right, we got that, and then with the public, we're just gonna have get and set. Yeah, that's it right there. Get set. Okay, perfect. So that's literally all we needed. Not sure if it's technical video and AI realism. Not sure if it's real time.
In this work, we are enhancing photorealism enhancement. To understand what that means, let us have a look at some footage from the game Grand Theft Auto 5.
All right.
The game looks great, but it is not quite photorealistic.
No, it's
Let us now
not.
turn on our method. Our method modifies the images from the game to look more realistic. It is a
Jesus
convolutional
Christ.
network which produces images frame by frame and can be run at interactive rates.
Is that
This model was
pre-processed or
trained
like
to
is that oh you said you're not sure if it's real time. I'm wondering if that's pre-processed or not. It would be cool to add a timer, like go here after 30. We'll get there. We're gonna get there. We're gonna have like there's gonna be a whole suite. Go here, when the guard comes here, go run to this point. Like we're gonna have a whole slew of things that like conditions and other things. But now you got me distracted with this video.
To the Cityscapes dataset. Cityscapes contains mostly images of German cities recorded with an automotive-grade camera.
That's an odd choice because isn't Germany like one of the few Germany's like one of the black holes in Google Street View. And there was like a whole thing because there was like some I remember watching a video about it. There was like some lawsuit when Google Street View first came out and Germany was like, well, you can't just do that. And Google was like, yes, we can. And Germany was like, no, you can't. And like, if you look on Google Maps,
With
like,
a
let's
model
see.
of reality induced by Cityscapes, our method paves the roads with smoother asphalt, increases the glossiness
So like
of
if I come
cars,
over, let me
and
pause this real
means-
quick. So if I come over here and I want to do Street View. Oh, okay. Well, maybe I completely imagined that. Like I thought Germany was like a black hole. No, apparently not. All right. Well, but are these from like 2012, 2013? Let me see. 2022. Okay. Well, then I'm just completely full of shit. I completely don't know what I was talking
the
about.
sun-dried hills of GTA's California. The results are geometrically and semantically consistent with the input images and temporally stable. Let us have a look at the state-of-the-art in comparison to our work.
All right.
Use contrastive unpaired image-to-image translation, or CUT for short. CUT is less temporally stable and hallucinates objects, such as trees in the sky or Mercedes stars on the hood of the car. Here's another state-of-the-art approach. Similar to CUT, TSET is less temporally stable and adds many artifacts to the images.
Wow. I mean
Now look at
that
our
looks
method in
impressive.
detail.
That's
To understand
insane. Let me see.
information, hence an object matches.
All right.
Training on-
Stop distracting me, Not Sure. This is your fault. If we don't get this done tonight, this is Not Sure's fault. Okay. So we have our we're not going to worry about management of the points yet. We'll get to the management, but let's see. All right. So let's just go ahead. We have code. I forget where it is. It's something label, map labeling. So literally all we need to do is at start we get a reference to the player object. Now I forget how to do that. I think we could just do, let me see, private. It's pouring down raining here. Player stats. Okay. Now let's see if AI, no. Players. Oh, map labeling is on the player object, isn't it? Wait a minute. Is it? This is terrible music. All right, let me see. I think map labeling is on the player object. Yes, map labeler. Okay, so actually we don't even have to do any kind of. We can just do get component. All right, so what we can do. And Matthew is in the house, and he says, "Hey guys, hey Matthew, I'm trying to make it. The goal tonight is to be able to tell the green guy to go somewhere, but Not Sure keeps distracting me. He keeps like throwing like, hey, look at this video. Hey, like look at this nude picture. Hey, look at this. Like, no, stop it, stop it, stop it. Like, I appreciate a nice pair of boobies as much as the next guy, but we have a mission. I need to watch what I say. My wife's like right behind me. I love you." I said boobies, yes. It's like her and like every animal in the house is cuddling on the mat, is cuddling on the bed behind me. Okay. So I'm just going to take for granted that this is actually not null. Kind of like, oh, let's do this. Okay. Yes. And we might as well do it with, no, I'm not even going to bother with camera. Let's see. I feel like the trickiest part of what I want to do tonight is going to be the UI. Because I think the way we're going to do it is we're going to have the go-to option, and then when you select that, you're just literally, it can be a very basic UI for this, this rough draft or whatever you want to call it, this initial version. It'll just have just a selection of all the labels you have, and then you select one, and then the green guy goes. Okay. All right. I wanted to make sure. Oh. Okay. I need to compile the assembly. All right. I might be in trouble.
Please, you under arrest.
Oh, God damn it. I might be in a little trouble because I mentioned boobies. I mentioned, I said I appreciate a pair of boobies as much as the next guy, which is true. I mean, like, who doesn't appreciate a nice pair of boobies? I mean, unless you're not into that, there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're not like, I personally think you're missing out if that's something you're not into. I think you're missing out, but if you're not into that, then that's fine. No judgment here. Okay, player stats is not null. Okay, perfect. Alrighty. Do you have any idea for the style of UI? I can make it look a little fancier over the weekend, or maybe you can find a UI asset. So let's talk about that, because I wanted to look at some examples of a visual programming language, because that's kind of where we're headed towards. Now, I don't know a lot about visual programming languages, but I know they're a thing. And I just kind of want to get, like, this is a little more complicated than I want. We're going to have to figure out what I think for now, just a simple list box, like just a list box, maybe with an OK and cancel button down at the bottom. I think literally a simple list box will do. And the list box can show the label, the name, and it can show the point, I guess. And it would be nice, like, as we get further into it, is like you hover over them and it shows the point. Oh, I also changed something else. I'll show you what I changed. Let's not do visual programming. Well, there's going to be some type of there's going to be some element of visual programming language in it, right? Because they're going to be because the dream, again, this is a term I've been using at work a lot. The dream is you're going to be able to tell the green guy and like other guys, you're going to be able to tell your NPCs, you're going to be like, if this, do this. When this happens, do this thing. When you see this, do, like, there's going to be some type of programming to it, right? A very basic programming, not to be confused with the language basic, but a very simplistic programming. But it's going to be some type of programming. So one thing I did,
I'll find you.
I made it, I don't know if I'm going to keep this, but I made it so that when you create a point, it stays. So you can actually create multiple of them. And then obviously we want to have some, like, I think this will come in handy also because eventually we can do like a ray cast on it. And then when we hover over it, this will allow us to either, modify it or delete it. If anything, make a tactical map like I showed you in Squad. So I don't think I saw the let's just look. Tactical map. But the tactical map's not going to help us because you're still going to have, well, okay, maybe it will. Tactical map. Man, it is pouring outside. Why does it always pour when I'm streaming? So this is just like a map. But we're literally going to need some concept of how. I'm getting distracted. Let's just stick with it. Okay. First of all we literally need to do Player stats. So if you save it, then all we need to do is, where is it? Oh, it's gonna thunder. Okay, AI's got me. It's Thunder Aim. I'm done. Do it on a map. How would you do that on a map? Like we're gonna have to figure it out. Okay. Let's just make sure that this will work as expected. Oh wait, I gotta compile the assembly. There's a tornado watch until midnight. Yeah, no, I saw that when I was looking at the weather. So we might not be able to finish what we wanted to start tonight because there's a tornado watch. So a tornado would definitely put a damper on our programming. Hopefully I don't lose power. Oh geez. And I got my windows open. I might have to shut them. All right. Like if water starts coming in the window, I'm going to have to shut them because, water and computers generally don't mix very well. Okay.
Freeze! You're under
Freeze! You're under arrest.
arrest. I'll find you.
Okay. So I just want to check player. Let's see this. Player stats. Save positions. Okay. And then let's save a second one because I for some reason the debug. Let's save a second position. All right. Oh, that's weird. Wait, labeled points. Ah, okay. I'm looking at the wrong thing. Okay, that makes sense. All right. Okay, so easy enough saving things into the data structure. I mean, literally, it's just a dictionary. There's no problem saving things into it. So we did this, and then that. Okay, so we'll just stage for now. We're not going to commit anything yet. I'm a little obsessed watching U.S. storm chasers like Brandon Kopic. It's fascinating at times. Oh, like the guys that go out in like Kansas and Arkansas and places like that chasing tornadoes. I can completely understand the appeal of that. I think in another life, I would kind of want to be a war correspondent. I get it. The whole, the rush, that adrenaline rush. I get it. I read this great book, and it was about this guy who was a war correspondent in the Middle East back in the 80s. It was called Baghdad Without a Map, I think is what it was called. And it was just such a good book because he just talks about going to places like Beirut. And then, in order to get to Lebanon, he had to go, I think, to Israel and then take some boat that was going across some waterway. And as they're going across the waterway, there's, grenades being launched into the water. And the guy driving the boat, he's like, oh, it's fine. They never hit us. It's very rare that they actually hit the boat. And he's, shitting his pants. But the people in the boat, they're just like, yeah, welcome to Beirut. I think it was called Baghdad Without a Map. Yeah, Baghdad Without a Map. This is a great book. Highly recommended if you're into I don't know, if you're in the Middle East in the early 80s kind of thing. But no, so storm chasers, I get the appeal. I get it. Today I learned USA has the most tornadoes. Oh, you didn't know that? Yeah, no, we are. I think tornadoes are mostly a United States phenomenon. I don't know that do other countries other than the U.S. have tornadoes? Yes, many countries beside the U.S. experience tornadoes. Oh, all right. It's bad when it hits towns, but kind of inspiring to see the chasers helping out, basically acting as first responders. Yeah. And then Not Sure is saying, focus, Senpai. Okay, you are correct. Okay. So it's easy enough to save things. So now, here is the difficult part. Because I have to remember how we did the NPC interactions. Because I keep building these systems and then I forget how they work. because I'm like, okay, I got that working. And then, okay, so where I know we added the go to a couple days ago, and I have no recollection of where was it on an interact menu? Wasn't there a menu somewhere? Let me see. There was a menu somewhere that I had, and I have no idea where it was. Interact menus. Friendly NPC character. Okay, friendly NPC interact menu. Perfect. And then we have this NPC interact menu script. Perfect. Let's check out the script. Okay. This is excellent. This is poorly designed, but this is excellent. I remember I wanted this to be more dynamic, but you know what? We might be married to this. Are we just pushing the points onto a dictionary? Yes, that's all we are doing. We are just putting the points onto a dictionary. And now what we're going to do, here's what you have to do. We're going to, let me run it. Why do I have this? Why does it look like that now? Okay. I'll show you. I'm gonna vocalize the dream. All right. Oh wait, let me share the link. Let me see if I can get a couple other people in here. Let's see. I'm gonna send it to my buddy David and my buddy Justin. I'm gonna send it to Lisa. I'm gonna send it to my buddy Robbie. Where is Robbie? Where did Robbie go? Robbie, there it is, right there. I'm gonna sign on Telegram, and I'm gonna send the link to my brother-in-law Kenny. Where's Telegram? Come on, Telegram. There it is. All right, Kenny. There we go. Is there anybody else to send this to? I'm just looking. I'm looking. Let me look over here. Let's see. So we got that. I'll send it to this person. And then that. No. I'm just looking for people to send the link to. Let's see. Who? Lisa said, I'm still at work. I'll be on as soon as I can. Oh, that's very nice, Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. Is there anybody else? Like, there's people at work that I could send it to. Like, I've thought about sending the link to people at work. But at the same time, it's like, do I really want... I don't know if I want people... Addy goes live. Okay. Is there a code visualizer we can use to see how the code is organized? Probably. But I'm going to show you. This is... I'm going to show you exactly... I'm going to show you exactly what you'd see with such an organizer right now. So... Oh, wait, if I can drag the window. Okay, this is what it would look like. Okay, you would have like a couple, like you'd have this here, and then you might have another one here, and then you might even have one of these here, and then you put this one here, and then it's going to look like this. It's just going to look like this, and it's going to be circled around. It's going to come back, and then it's going to come over, and then you're going to have another color, and it's going to be over and over. And that's what it's going to look like right now if I tried to use a code visualizer with it. And then you might even have some of this. And then you might even have a couple of arrows in red. I don't know why, but you would. And then it's just going to, this is how the code is organized right now. Yep, that's how it's organized. Okay, that's fine. We'll work with it. Okay, but let me show you. So we're going to come over to this guy. So what's going to happen is we're going to come over here, we press E, and I'm going like now if I click on go to, it does nothing. But what's going to happen is I'll click on go to, and you're going to see a list box essentially of the dictionary points with a button at the bottom that says OK, another button that says cancel, and then if you highlight one of the list boxes and then you click OK, then you have the point, and all you have to do at that point. At that point, pun intended, all you have to do at that point is just call a set destination on the Sun NPC object, and then he'll just go, right? It's very easy. Like, he'll just go. It's actually a very easy operation thanks to the whole thing with nav meshes and all of that. Actually, I should rebake the terrain because I've been messing with the terrain, so I No, I should rebake the nav mesh. Where did it go? Environment. Terrain. And so one thing, since Matthew is here, like I like the little nice little like place with the grass and the rocks and the trees that Matthew made. I inadvertently ended up, because I was messing with the map, right? And like resizing things. And so all that got messed up. And so I tried moving his rocks over, and the rocks. Why is snapping so hard in Unity? Like, I can't get anything, like nothing snaps. Like, and then they're like, well, you press V. Like I was like trying to mess with the roads, and I'm like, is there any, what is going on with Unity right now? I was like trying to get like two mesh objects to like snap together. No. They're like, fuck you. We're not going to do that. Like, no, fuck you. No, fuck you. I don't want to do that. And it's like, it's literally impossible to get things to snap together. And then I was like looking at like how Matthew had like the rocks all nice on the ground. And I'm like, I can't even get shit to be on the ground correctly. Like, it's obnoxious. Oh, we got a couple people in the mobile. Soy Sam says hi. Yahara Lara said hi. Soy Sam says hi. Yahara Lara says hi. And then Best IP TV said hi. So that's who we got over there on the mobile stream. And then so far, we got a couple. Oh. Apparently there's no sound. Still no sound. Okay, there's no sound in the Apparently there's no sound over in Twitch. I don't know why. I don't know. If you're still around on Twitch, let me know if it works now. I had to change something. But okay. But the point is like Matthew had things on the ground all nice and neat. I can't get shit to like I can't even put things on the ground. Like it's infuriating that something so simple is so difficult. It is so difficult. And I understand why I can imagine a million different reasons why like a programmer, like a Unity developer, not a guy who writes games in Unity, but a guy who like works on the Unity IDE or in Unity itself. Like I can imagine one of those developers talking about, well, you know, the complexity of the meshes and how the meshes work and blah, 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 blah. Like I get it, but still. All right, I got to shut these windows. All right, it's coming down. It's coming down out there. So I like I said, I can understand from a technical standpoint of why it would be so difficult to snap objects together, but at the same time, I would think that this would be one of the features that they would want to concentrate on. Like this, be like, you know what, guys, you know this. Unity's been around for 20 years. We really need to give users a good way to be able to snap two meshes together. Like, we really need to be able to snap things together. Like, it's infuriating. It's so infuriating. Okay. So, how do we do... Okay, well, actually, let's see. What UI elements do we have at our disposal? We have a scroll bar, a slider, a scroll view, which is probably what we're going to want. A drop down. A drop down might work, actually. A drop down with two buttons. I mean, like that might actually work. So, here's how we're going to do this. I don't know. No. I do know. Okay. All right. Okay, so this is a canvas. Yes, it is a canvas. We're going to create a new panel. Easy. Okay, panel. And this panel is going to be called Map Label Selector panel. Whoa. Just add new lines. Make it okay. Matthew says, I don't like the vertex tool. I just change snap size and grid like snapping, but they do recommend the vertex snapping for vertex to vertex snap. I know that's English, but I don't know what it means. Just add new lines. Make it nice, says not sure. Go to point 1, go to point 2, etc. Just add items on the current UI. Yes. Well, there's this drop down. All right, sorry. Had to do something. Okay, well, there's a drop down element, and I want to know. Okay, so let's see. Okay, easy. Layout element. I don't know how to use any of this. This is where I'm going to lean on Matthew and his expertise with like, you know, the innards. All right. Okay, I don't know what the okay. Just calm down, okay? Just stop it. All right, so we have this map label selector to which I added a layout element. I feel like I missed something. Okay, health bar. No, wait, maybe let's put this on the debug HUD. Let's just put that over there. Okay, because the reason I want to put it on the debug HUD for now is because this, eventually what I'm going to do is this is just going to be a prefab, and then I'm going to instantiate the prefab in code. FYI, the default drop-down element is a bit poor. I made my own drop-down prefab just to avoid using the default. Now you tell me. Well, you know what, Matthew? That's all I got. All right. Change that. Okay. All right. So we're going to add this. Oh, wait. We got a UI toolkit. I don't think that helps. Was it Unity? All right. I have a memory of something, and I don't know if I'm making this memory up or if it's a legitimate memory. But I am remembering some framework thing where I can add a document thing, and I can like type basically it's like an HTML type thing. It wasn't Unity. What the fuck was that? It might have been, maybe it was Unity. Not sure. I feel like you were there. I feel like, not sure. Weren't you watching me back when I was working on the chat program? I think you were. And I think it was probably, so it must have been some TypeScript thing. Maybe. I don't know. Like, what is the UI document? Like, what does that do? Like, what can I do with the UI document? Source asset. I'm not going to bother with that. That's just going to distract me and probably make me angry. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to, not sure saw the chat program. Yeah, I feel like there was some point when I was working on the chat program, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Okay, drop down. Perfect. So, okay. Label, drop down. Okay, easy. So I'm guessing with the drop down, there's some way. Okay, there we are. Options. Excellent. So I'm going to assume that there is some way to dynamically add options. And then we'll add a button, a UI button. Easy. Button. And this is going to be the confirm button. And then we'll just bye night. Okay. All right, let me move this way. All right. then, all right, confirm. Excellent. Now we're going to use a very obscure but powerful feature called clone. Excellent. All right. Nobody's ever heard of that. I think I'm one of the first people to ever discover it. Cancel button. Easy. Easy. Come over here. We're going to make that cancel. Cancel. Perfect. And now we're going to scoot this over. Scoot, scoot, as I say to my dog all the time whenever he's on. Oh, wait. What? Did I scoot the text and not the button? I think that's what I did. Yeah, I scooted the text, not the button. All right. Perfect. Okay. All right. The possibilities are endless, not sure. Send son on suicide mission. Yes, I mean, you could. So one of the things I'm actually there is a bit of an emergent behavior that I'm hoping to see tonight. And this is kind of where when the mechanics of your game kind of start to come together to kind of form things on their own. And what I mean by that is the guard, he yells at you if you walk past him and he follows you. Okay? Eventually he's going to shoot you or something like that. But right now he's harmless. He just yells at you. I want to have the son walk past the guard because without explicitly saying, guard, follow son if you see him, the way that I have the mechanics set up, the guard should just automatically follow the son. The guard should yell at the green, I'm calling it son, green guy, same thing. The guard should see the green guy, yell at the green guy, and then start following the green guy. And that's one of those little, and I was trying to explain this to my friend David, how that's one of those mechanics that it's emergent because it's not explicitly being programmed. I'm not explicitly programming anything that says, if you see the green guy, follow the green guy. No, it's just a matter of how the mechanics are lined up. And emergent behavior is really cool. That when the one game that I wrote, that was the neatest thing. When you saw all these different behavior, when you put together all these different mechanics, and then they just kind of this behavior just came out of them, this emergent behavior. It was really cool. It's really cool. And it's something that you don't really get too much with application development, though you do to some extent. It's definitely not as visual, but yeah. Anyway. Okay. All right. Just shut up. Okay. Let me think. All right, let me see. Okay, we gotta come over here. Easy. Okay, come over here. Perfect. Okay. All right. Excellent. Okay, now, what do we do now? Okay, so what I need to do now is I need to come over here, and I need to make this a prefab. So we're going to drag this down here. This is going to be rename prefab map label selector dialog. That's a long name, but that's okay. I don't mind long names. Long names are fine. Okay. All right. And then I can delete this one. Okay. Easy. All right, now this is where it's going to get messy for now, which means forever. Okay. All right. So this is terribly designed, but that's okay. Photoshop typifies emergent application functionality. Apply 20 filters in a very specific way to get the effect you want. No, I wouldn't say that's the same thing. Click the grid with a dot in the bottom left in the scene view. Click the grid with the dot in the bottom left. Okay, I see the grid with the dot. Okay. Then 2D at the top right of the scene view. Easier to work with UI. You can also press I to enter UI Rect tool mode. I know what the 2D thing is. I know I know. Oh wait, there it is. It's there. All right, never mind. Okay, but we don't need it right now. I does nothing. Oh, press T. All right. Anyway, all right. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Look. It's fine. Okay, just calm down. Just give me a minute. Jeez, you people, difficult. All right, boys. Since it's Friday, it's a 2 soda night, boys. Woohoo! Things about to get crazy up in here. 2 sodas. All right. All right, I'm checking the Oh shit. All right, I got a package outside, but I'll get that in a minute. I keep getting these emails. So my email address, not that it's a big secret or anything. It's the first letter of my first name and my last name, right? Like I got lucky because I got like an invite to like I've had my Gmail account for like 20 years. I'm old, okay? Just give me a break. I'm old. But anyway, but since my last name, it's not common, but it's not super uncommon either, especially like in Latin America. So I get like I get random emails from my brother, who is also an A Chlore, from one of my sisters, who's also an A Chlore, for my dad, who is also an A Chlore, and then of course for me, who's also an A Chlore. But then I get emails for like somehow I got on an email list for some elementary school in rural Bolivia. Now, my family's Bolivian, so it kind of makes sense, but kind of not. Okay. Energy rush to fuel the programming. Fuck yeah. That's what programmers do. They turn Mountain Dew into code. Yeah. Soon to be replaced with AI. Okay. Now, how are we going to do this? So this is terrible because this tells me I have to assign, like, we need to get away from this model, but we're not going to do it tonight, which means we're probably never going to do it. Okay. Button. Go to button. Go to button. Alrighty. Easy. So which this means I need to find the, okay, interact menus are there. Not sure says, I have first name dot last name. I should have bought Google stock when I got an email address. Yeah, no, I should have too. I actually, God. Back in like 2003, it was like 2002, 2003, Google was up my ass. Like, they were up my ass wanting to give me a job. And I remember my girlfriend at the time, she's like, you should talk to them. Like, you should talk. You should at least talk to them. I was like, why? This was 2003, 2004. I'm like, and I literally said something to the extent of, how do they even make money? Like, no, I don't trust it. No. I literally snubbed my nose at Google because I was like, how do they make money? Like, I don't want to work for Google. I don't even know how they make money. It doesn't make sense to me. And like, they would not leave me alone. Like recruiters calling me multiple times a week. Like, are you sure you're not interested? We would love that. We have a position that we think would be great for you. Nope. No, I was too good for Google. So if I had taken a job with them, I'd probably be retired now. Because, you would have, I think that was, when did Google IPO? When did Google IPO? 2004. Okay, so it was right around the time they IPO'd. Still though, oh god. Anyway, Jesus Christ. I need to wipe my eye lens. Okay. Interact menu. So this is the one. Okay, so we need to do this. No, we don't. No, we don't. Here we go. Alrighty. All right, so we have this go-to button, and now we need to drag this here, which I do not like this model at all, but it's what we have right now, so we're going to have to live with it. And then we'll just have go-to. Okay, perfect. Now, yeah, so the AI is trying its best, but we're going to completely ignore all of that, and we're just going to have debug button. We're just going to make sure. Let's just make sure the listener works. I like to do baby steps. I'm very big on baby steps. According to the day in life videos, all they do is eat and drink coffee with about 1 hour of coding. Who does? Google coders? What is this music? Like, I don't hate it. It IPO'd with... Let's see. Let's ask AI something. I'm going to ask Grok. God damn it. If I put $500 into Google stock shortly after it IPO'd, how much would it be worth today? I mean, it says it's $171, but that doesn't take into account splits and stuff like that. Yeah, accounting for splits. So with this split, because it's really the splits that really make the cha-ching. So if you put $500 into Google stock in August of 2004, it would be worth approximately $40,000 today. See, the crazy, like, I started at AOL in 1999, and you guys, I'm not sure you're old enough to remember AOL. Matthew, probably not. I think you're like in your late 20s, if I had to guess, Matthew. Mid late 20s, maybe early 30s. But AOL back in the 90s was like, in the 90s until like the year 2002, AOL was the shit. Like AOL was the internet. And when I started AOL, my hiring manager, the woman who hired me in 1999, she retired like a year after I started. At the age of 27. She started at AOL during tech support and worked her way up to management, but then she had all of those options, all of these like stock options, and like she fucking retired. She got out before AOL became worthless. Who the hell was responsible for sending out all those AOL CDs? Here's the thing about AOL. So, true story. I might have told this story before, but I'm going to tell it again because it pisses me off. It pisses me off. So, not long after I started at AOL, that's when they bought Time Warner, or Time Warner bought AOL. No, actually, AOL bought Time Warner, right? And Time Warner, of course, they had all of the like in 2000, even in 2001, Time Warner had a lot of fucking movies. Like the ones that come to mind are Raiders of the Lost Ark, that series, and then I think they had the Harry Potter, like the first Harry Potter movie was maybe out by then, but it was Time Warner, right? And for a while they were AOL Time Warner, and then Time Warner was like, you know what, AOL is kind of going down the shitter, so we're not. But anyway, so shortly after AOL and Time Warner merged, and I was an AOL employee, and they had this was 2002, 1 to 2. And try to remember what the internet was then. Like it was mostly dial up, but broadband was like coming. It was up and coming, right? You could kind of see where it was going. Like people were getting DSL connections and fiber wasn't around yet, but broadband was coming. So AOL, of course, like a lot of companies, they had like a suggestion box, like tell us, put your ideas into the AOL suggestion box. What do you think AOL should do? And I remember putting into the suggestion box that AOL should offer the movie library that they had with Time Warner. They should offer that as a streaming service. And I remember in my it was like it wasn't an email, but it was like an internal web page you went into. And I remember even saying in there, because at the time AOL was streaming video over dial-up. It was a very small box and it was very low quality, but it was still streaming audio. It was still streaming video with audio. And I remember saying like you could do this over dial-up at a very low quality, but as broadband becomes more and more prevalent, the quality will increase. This was a suggestion that I gave to AOL. And what was I describing? I was describing Netflix. I was describing what eventually would become Netflix. And of course, my suggestion went nowhere. I mean, I never heard anything. Just crickets, because why would you want to do that? We need the EDM electronic trance dance part. You know what? It is Friday night. Why are we listening to this depressing shit? Dark monkey music. I'm sorry, not sure. We're going to a rave tonight. I do remember using AOL, but it wasn't for long before Google took over. Yeah. Man, AOL Instant Messenger was the man. Like, and that was another thing. So with AOL Instant Messenger, so I've talked about this. I had this little service, this little thing, this little Remind Me bot, which operated with over AOL Instant Messenger, but then there was Yahoo IM, and I had but anyway, but you could send it like little messages, like remind me in 1 hour to take out the trash, remind me tomorrow to go to the doctor, things like that. And I remember I that was another thing I actually put into the suggestion box that actually got some traction. And they were like, you know what, this is a great idea. We would like you to kind of, maybe take out like 5 hours a week to work on it. And I started working on it. And then probably no more than like a month after that idea had been approved for me to work on it, no more than a month after that, I got laid off. So, yeah. I know the analyst that was responsible for all the dark fiber that was put in. He said people misread his work. LOL. And then not sure is monkey. AOL IM was awesome. AOL Instant Messenger was the bomb. It was this shit. I mean, come on. I remember when they shut down AOL Instant Messenger, I was very tempted to kind of write an open source server so that people could still just so you could just point the client to another server, but nah, whatever. Anyway, hey, maybe that's the project we should work on. Let's forget this game. Okay. All right. Come on. Stay focused, Daddy. Stay focused. Okay. So let's see this guy. Look, it's already nighttime. Like the game's been running. It's already nighttime. Okay. I'll find you. All right, let's go over here. Okay, so we got our message box. Okay, so how do we want to do this? What is the code going to look like? What is the code going to look like? It's not going to look good. All right, I have an idea of what it's. I know that I'm going to kind of use the map labeling code as like a guide. Because the dialogue... Okay, here we go. Dialogue instance. Perfect. Easy. Easy. Okay. Alrighty. Okay. Even though this has a underscore in front of it and nothing else does, that's okay. That's all right. We are accepting of underscores. Okay. Underscores matter. I need to be careful what I say. I don't want to get canceled. All right. So what I want to do, okay, dialogue, easy. Oh, I need to. So what I'm going to do is this essentially. So I need to have a reference to the UI canvas and a reference to the dialogue prefab. See, this is a lot to kind of shoehorn into this menu class. Like this entire, like, oh, I'm resisting the urge to refactor. You know what? This would be let's get this working. And then I think a good project for me over the weekend. So here are the assignments. Here are the assignments. Over the weekend, I'm going to refactor this interaction code like how I envision it in my mind. I envision these menus. I envision this very similar to the item interactions, right? Like the item interactions are very dynamic. They're easy to add and replace and edit. And that's how I picture it with the NPCs as well. So that's going to be my assignment over the weekend is to refactor that. Matthew's assignment over the weekend is to make the UI nicer. Like go with your own judgment, Matthew. Like, but whatever UI I come up with here tonight, you're going to make it look better because mine's going to look like shit. Not Sure's assignment is to fix the bug I assigned to him, which has still been sitting there. Oh, I know. I know you guys have lives. I'm just teasing. I don't expect anything of you. But if you guys want something to do and you would like to contribute to this project, to this open source project, then, you know, that's what you could do. Okay. So the map label dialogue prefab, I guess that's what we'll call it. And the UI canvas can be the same. Okay, so this is in. Alrighty. Not sure. Your ticket has been in the backlog for too long. It really has. I mean, this is unacceptable at this point. We're 200 days behind our milestone. And you know, if I was like proper management, I would be like, okay, well, not sure. You are like this has been in the backlog too long. I think what we need to do is we need to have daily meetings. I worked with this woman who tried that one time. Like we were in this meeting. I was in the meeting with her and my manager and my manager's manager. 4 of us. And we're working on this project, and like progress on the project is like it's coming along just fine. Like in my mind, I'm like, this is like it's coming along. Like like everybody's like freaking out. Like I'm pretty like I'm the one working on it, and I'm confident about it. I don't know why all of you are freaking out. And she's like, so it was like I was leading the project, and there was like another developer. There were like 1 or 2 other developers I don't remember, but I just remember being in the meeting, and then she's just like, and like I like her. Like she was good to work with. I like her, but sometimes, and she's like, well, considering how critical this project is, I think we need to have daily meetings. And like without even thinking, like knee-jerk reaction, I didn't even consider my words. Instinctually, I just said, I'm not doing that. Just like, because I think we need to have daily meetings. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. And my manager, he's like, well, why not? And I'm like, because I don't want to be in a meeting I don't want to be in a status meeting every day. This woman loved meetings. She loved meetings. But in retrospect, she was a manager. And what is a manager's job if not meetings, right? And it's just, but But as an engineer, that wasn't my job. Now I'm a manager, so my life is about a lot of meetings now. But at the time, I was just a lead engineer, and I'm like, no. Anyway, okay, what was I doing? Oh, I needed to add stuff to the prefab. Okay, so we have the map label selector. We need to go here, and we need to go there, and then we need to go. Oh. No. We need to go here. Okay, see, this is all messed up because this is in the. I'm completely. NPC interact menu. Is it here? It's there. Is it there? No. Wait. Serialized field map. What am I not seeing? Stay follow, go to. Why are these items not showing up in the menu? There's something fundamental I am missing. Like map label dialog and UI canvas should be there. And they're not. Am I looking at I might be looking at the wrong thing. It's the item interaction. Go to button. This is a terrible mess. I have 2 stand-ups a day, one for my employer and one for the company I'm contracted to. We do work for other companies. That sounds horrible. Compiler error. Oh yeah, look at that. That's that would do it. Wow. It is it's doing some stuff outside. Yep. Okay. Compiler error, that's why those things aren't showing up. Okay, perfect. Compiler error fixed. I should have looked down below at the big red notice. Alrighty. No compiler errors now, bitches. Alright, so what do we have to do here? We have to the map label dialog, which is the prefab. Yes. Map label selector dialog goes there. Easy. And then for the canvas, I don't know exactly what, like my canvas situation it's not good. It's kind of a mess. Like I've got several canvases over here. I'm just going to use this one. I need to reduce those. David, why are you not using Copilot? I am using Copilot, David. Jesus Christ, I am. Tell me how I could use Copilot right here. Tell me. How can I use Copilot right here to tell me which objects to drag? Tell me how I can use AI. Tell me. I'll wait. Actually, no, I won't. I'm going to continue going. All right. Not sure is checking out that. I have, okay. Nobody has mentioned anything on. If you're listening on Twitch or Kick, let me know if you have sound. Let me know if you can hear me. All right. Okay. Let's see if we can. Let's just see if we can. Let's just see if we instantiate shit. Let's add it. Let's add the debug message back. Okay. There we go. No sound on Twitch. That is interesting. That's been happening a lot. Default. I don't know why there's no sound. That happened before and I fixed it, but I have no idea what I did. Oh well. Maybe we'll just have to go without sound. I think Twitch is for our deaf viewers. Let's see. Settings. Audio. Boo, 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 boo. Look at this. Like, okay, testing. Easy. Oh, wait. Easy.
Hello. I'm testing. No.
So I think this is some ambient mic. Let me see. Testing.
Are you there? Dave, are you there?
All right, we're just going to go with that. Okay. Let's go with that. I think that'll work. Hierarchy needs a nice cleanup on the right track. Yeah, it does need a nice, like the hierarchy. Like this project is a total disaster. It's my first Unity project. What do you want from me? Like literally, it's the first project I've ever done in Unity. Mike working on Twitch. Thank you, not sure. Oh, thank you, Matthew. Okay. All right. Let's see if something pops up. So you can't see behind me, but my wife, my cat, and my dog are all sleeping on. Well, one of my cats and the dog, and one of my wives. I know she's not awake because she would have said what. One of my wives, they're sleeping on the couch behind me. All right, let's go. Okay, let's get back. I mean, come on, boys. We're making good progress, right? Like, I feel like I've only wasted about 45 minutes on this stream. Or normally, in a given hour, I waste probably 50 minutes. All right, let's go here. Easy. Okay. I mean, it could be worse, right? Like that is definitely good. That's actually a lot better than I thought. Why? Oh, no, you're fine. Okay. No, I thought he jumped down. Okay. All right. So this is where it gets weird, right? Because we're trying to do like a dialogue, and we're trying to do like dialogue state within another dialogue. Like, I mean, this is a menu, but it's not, it's like, so you're trying to do like UI state within another UI element. And that's generally the sign of a bad pattern. But we're just going to go with it. All right, let's go. Down. I think if we do that. Okay, so and then in the map labeling, yes, we did this. That's right. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, God damn it. So what I want to do, I want to do it like we did the other thing. So I want to have a create empty button container. Okay, then there's that. Perfect. Confirm button, cancel button. Basically, I'm just going to piggyback off the other script to be able to just get the button elements. And then everything closes. So let's just see how this goes. I'm calling close, which might actually bring the crosshair back, but actually, I didn't save this, so and that will give us an opportunity to do the other thing I wanted to do. Great party. This actually is a good. This actually does have good music. Okay. Okay. Alrighty. Because I want to move this guy. I want to move him. What is this canvas? It's a help text. Okay, that's interesting. See, I don't like this because now why can't I move the entire player object? Like the entire play, he has. Yeah, like I don't like this at all. Why can I not move this player object as a whole? Like if I do this, let me see. Then he moves. So why don't I have my little arrows? Why don't I have my little arrow buttons? Or why don't I have the Matthew fix it? Why can't I drag him? Matthew, make it work. Let me see. No, that's not going to work. Right? Change center to pivot top left scene view. Oh. Fuck you, Matthew. All right, let's see. Oh, wait, but that... No, look, genius. That's not moving. Look, it's like something's broken. That doesn't look right. Let's go with it. Let's see what happens when I press play.
Endlessly gaze upon. Looks like you're doing right now.
All right, maybe it worked just fine. Lisa is in the house. She says, Addie, hi, Lisa. How are you? You know, Lisa, we were just talking about boobs earlier. We were just talking about how boobs fix everything. All right, let me see. Okay, I don't know what that other thing changed, but okay, we're over here now. That's fine. Go to. Oh, I know what the issue is here. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Just give me a minute, okay? Just give me a minute. I've got this. Just give me a minute. All right, so we have interact menu base, and it does all of this. What idiot designed this? See what I did there? Okay, the issue is that I don't think I should be calling close base, unfortunately. Boobs are universally liked. Not sure he says correct. Wait, not sure. What was the enzyme you suggested to me that one time? An enzyme? For what? What are we talking about? An enzyme? Why is not sure suggesting enzymes to Lisa? Lipase. Is that like a for the elasticity of your skin or something like that? Isn't it like it makes your skin more youthful? Isn't that what lipase does? Something like that. Let's look. Oh no, it's a digestive enzyme that breaks down fats during digestion. It's primarily produced by the pancreas, but also found in the mouth and stomach. Lipase helps the body absorb fats by breaking them down into smaller pieces that can be absorbed in the intestines. Oh, it's for Lisa's lack of a gallbladder. I was going to make a bad joke, but I'm not going to make a bad joke because I love Lisa, so I'm not going to make a bad joke. Not sure says, no, that's collagen. You're right. That's exactly. I was thinking of collagen. But, you know, from what I understand, because you can get those collagen pills, those collagen supplements, but apparently they do nothing. Like if you take it orally, it does absolutely nothing. It just gets broken down in your stomach. You don't absorb it, and it just goes right out you. In and out, in and out. Lisa says, make the joke. I was going to say, since I have your permission, I said, they removed Lisa's gallbladder so she could take bigger I'm here all week. Okay, let's stay focused. Not there. There's not sure again, distracting me. Okay, let me see. Collagen supplements are literally just ground up cow joints. Yep. Lisa is laughing at my wonderful joke. Yeah. I think I'm one of the few men, maybe not, but I feel like I'm one of the few men that actually watch Sex in the City. And there's this one episode I think about a lot, and this is going to tell you a little bit about me, probably a little bit that I probably shouldn't be sharing. But there's this one episode where Samantha, the biggest whore of the whore quadro, Samantha, the biggest whore of the whore quadro, she starts dating this guy, and basically Samantha doesn't have the balls to tell him that his dick is too small. And he'll say things like they'll show them like in bed, and he'll be like, "Oh yeah, you like that? You like feeling me deep inside you?" And she's just like sitting there like, uh-huh. And then they go to so the guy, like, this is causing a problem in their relationship. So the guy, he's like, maybe we should go to couples therapy, because they've been dating for like 3 weeks. So of course they should go to couples therapy. So they go to couples therapy, and it's another woman. Dudes, guys, if you go to couples therapy, just don't. Like, instead of going to couples therapy, just go to individual therapy and break up. But they go to couples therapy, and basically, like, the guy's like, I feel like when we make love, we don't have a connection. It's not like, I feel like she's just not that into it. And then the therapist is like, well, Samantha. And then so Samantha breaks, and she's like, your dick is too small, or something like that. And then the guy, he's like stunned, and he's like, well, your vagina's too big. And then he storms out. And then she looks at the therapist, and the therapist is like, don't look at me. I need a big one too. So I don't know how we got on. Oh, we got on the topic of that because I made the joke that they took out Lisa's gallbladder so that she could take bigger dick, essentially. Okay. All right. Okay. This is where Not Sure needs to tell me to stay focused instead of talking about Sex in the City. I don't know why I liked that show, but I didn't hate this show, but recently on some flight, I tried watching a couple episodes of it because it was like it was on the flight. I think it was when I was going to Fiji, and it's just a terrible show. It was just an awful, awful show. Okay, let me see. Oh, what is that? What is? Oh, wait, I can't exit out of this. Okay, well, wait a minute. Okay, easy. But wait, what is all that flickering? What is all the flickering? There was a lot of flickering going on.
Mixed by Rottweiler.
All right. Anyway, I think instead of doing the base close, which was part of a design pattern that I did, because I was like, okay, well, interaction menu should have the same, which to some extent it's correct, right? Like, actually, what would make sense is to close the interaction menu and then immediately instantiate the selection dialog. But how would we do that? Actually, that's a little difficult when the selection dialog or when the interaction menu is kind of the host of everything. Sex and the City was an insight into how women think, I guess. But it was very stereotypical. And then, like, oh, no, I think it was the Sex and the City movie. I wasn't even watching. This was on the way back from Fiji. It was a 10-hour flight. And I'm sitting next to this woman, and she's watching Sex and the City. She's watching the movie, and I'm not even watching it, but I'm watching it. I'm watching it on her television while I'm listening to music and headphones. And it's just like Samantha at the point in this movie is like 50 years old, which, no knock, there's plenty of attractive 50-year-old women. But she's pulling down like every like Chad top tier 10 out of 10 guy, and I'm just like, no, like why? Like, and in like at one point, like he like there's like some like sexy like ripped Italian guy who has like this hot like 28-year-old girlfriend, and he's all like, oh no, I'm so bored with my perfect 10 out of 10 28-year-old girlfriend with an amazing body. I'm just so, oh wow, wait. There's a semi-attractive, like, well past her prime 50-year-old Samantha. Oh, that's what I like. It's just so stupid and unrealistic. Oh my God. All right. I got to stay focused. Okay, boys? Okay. Keep me focused. Keep me focused. All right. So we have crosshair. We have help text. So here is what we do when we close the dialogue. All right. This is, oh my God. I feel dirty just doing this, but it is what it is. We don't want that. We don't want that. Panel set active. I think we do want that because that's going to close the interaction panel. Cursor visible. We don't want that. Wait. Yeah, we want the cursor to stay visible. Cursor locked state. I think we want it to stay in the state it is, so we want that. Okay, I think maybe panel FOSS is the only thing we want. All right, let's see. Sounds like the president of France. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because isn't his wife like in her mid-50s? And like, again, like, I don't, like, if you're the president of France, and Macron is not a bad-looking guy, he could, no, never mind. I'm just going to stay quiet. The president of France could pull, the president of France could, like, easily get, like, a hot, banging 30-year-old, sexy AF French girl. Meanwhile, but you know what? Love knows no age. Love is blind. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. All of that stuff. So who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? I mean, believe it or not, there's occasionally the woman that finds me attractive. So who am I to judge? All right, let's see. Come over here. Okay, this is kind of what we want. No, this is exactly what we wanted. Okay, so we need to figure out how to pop it. Like, this is, oh God, this is such a dirty design. This is such a dirty design. Oh God, I feel icky just even writing this out. Like, ugh, icky. Okay, confirm button. I think the confirm button. Oh Jesus, don't add all that. No. I think what we'll do, this is so hackish. Like, if I saw this in a pull request, I would literally go over and there would be an acid attack on the developer who wrote this, who dared check in this code. Like, I would literally throw sulfuric acid on the developer who was like, yeah, no, can I merge? Like, I would not just be fired. I would be in jail for my reaction to this pull request. And here I am writing this code. Let's see. Okay, I'm thinking of making a singleton UI manager that contains all possible canvases. We can call it enable a certain canvas while disabling all others that can extend and allow multiple UI at once, or go back to the previous UI, or we do something like that for pop-ups at work. That makes sense. Not sure says, no. She's 24 years older than him. He met her when he was 15. She's 24. Whoa, wait a minute. No. That would put her like in her 70s. Emmanuel Macron, wife. Wow, she's 72. Oh, she's 72. How old is he? He's got to be like in his mid 50s, late 50s, maybe. He's younger than me. He's only 47. 47, and he is the president of France. Oh my, he should be dating, like, he should be hooking up. Here's how it should be. He should have like a 39, 40-year-old wife, and then like a 35, 36-year-old long-term mistress, and then like a 27, 28-year-old fling, right? So you have your wife, then you have your mistress who, like, you know, you cycle in and out of that every 5, 10 years, you get a new one. And then you have the fling, which only lasts from 6 to 12 months. Like, that's what he should be doing. He is doing it all wrong. Oh my God. I didn't. Ugh. Okay, what did she look like? What did she look like when she was young? I mean, you know, she was pretty. Like, I mean, she was pretty as a young woman. Sure. Wow. Wow. Wasn't she like his teacher? Yep, she was his teacher. It says, Lisa says grooming. No, I mean, maybe. I don't know. But I have to be intellectually honest. Like, if it was you know what? Even if it was a 72-year-old dude with a 47-year-old wife, I would feel a little. I would think that's a little. Would I? Yeah, I think I would. 72-year-old guy. So the rule, so they say, is half your age plus 7. As a man is what you should date. So if you're 72, half your age is 36 plus 7 is 42. Okay. Is that right? Is my math right on that? Check my math on that. 72 divided by 2, 36. Plus 7 is 43. 43. Okay. I don't know, man. Like, as a 70-year-old man, I feel like the youngest you should be dating. Like, I feel like when you're in your 70s, your wife / girlfriend, her age should at least begin with a 5. When you're in your 60s, should begin with a 4. When you're in your 50s, should begin with a 3. Like, and my wife's right behind me, but she's asleep. It's okay. I love you. Yeah, she's asleep. Dude is going to be sleeping outside. She's passed out. She's out cold. She's like out cold, and she's got the cat and the dog. I got to take the cat out in a little bit. Okay, let's do this though. Okay, so what I'm doing here is we should at least be able to exit out of it. Where did the green guy go? Oh, he's over here now. Go to. I don't understand why all of a sudden. I think it's because it's a different canvas. Okay, cancel works, which is great. Actually, that's a really good sign. Cancel works. I think if I use the same canvas okay, so this is, what canvas was this? Is this an interact menus? Is that that is a canvas. So let's just go ahead and use that canvas. So we go over here, easy. Interact menus. We'll use this canvas. Okay, so this should be a little bit better. Eyes closed, ears open. No, I'm not saying anything bad. you guys, like, what? No. No. Okay. It still gets opaque. And now suddenly it doesn't work. It worked before. I made a change, and then now it doesn't work. Okay, let me go back to this. Look how he's standing in the road. He's standing in the road. He's. Ugh. Okay, wait a minute. Let's go back over here. Okay. And confirm should actually do the same thing for now. Okay. So I don't understand quite why. I don't understand why the canvas, like why it's all. I don't understand why it gets all opaque. Don't worry about it, Addy. Don't worry about it. Just move forward with the shit code you have now. Just move forward with this shit code you have. All right. That's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to move forward with the shit code I have. Okay. So we have, let's get the selector over here. Easy. Oh, wait. No, I need to view this in the hierarchy, baby. Come on. Open up in the hierarchy. Oh, yeah. Okay. So this is going to be label drop down. And I need to figure out how to remove and to add options to it, which actually probably shouldn't be that bad. So let's see. So this is actually let's ask AI. Get a reference to the drop down. Drop down, label, drop down. And set its options. Okay, perfect. Let's see, does that make sense? TMD drop down. This probably just needs that namespace. What is it? It's yeah, maybe TM Pro. Okay. Did the red squiggly go away? The red squiggly did go away. Excellent. So I would imagine there is a clear. Yep. Look at that. Like the AI can read my mind. Where is the dictionary stored? It's stored. We have a reference to it, I think we did. It's stored on the player, which should be easy enough to get. Yeah, right here. Player stats. So we can just have this. God, this is such shit code. I'm like ashamed. I'm a little embarrassed, honestly. Like I'm literally a little embarrassed. It's okay though. It's okay. Yes, find game with object. Okay, perfect. Easy. All right, we got that. Okay. Like I come in here like, I've got 25 years professional experience. I've been programming for like over 40 years now. Like I've been doing this a long time, and I produce shit like this. This is embarrassing. I should be ashamed of myself. All right. So how do we iterate? Okay, label points. I don't know how to iterate that, but we'll figure it out. Iterate over this and add each key as an option. Okay. Let's see what we have. That's an interesting. Okay, view options. Interesting. Okay. Is that just because of list? Let's see. Okay, so it just gets the keys Okay, so it still has to set it. Okay, let's see if that works. Let's see. Where's the dictionary? Okay, Text Mesh Pro used by a third-party asset. Unity adapted it fully. This is why we have to mix of text and Text Mesh Pro stuff. Yeah, thank you. Not Sure says the first step to being good at something is being bad at it. Absolutely. Matthew says fail fast. Absolutely. It's a motto at work. Most people are too scared to be bad, so they never try. I'm bad. Yeah, Not Sure. I knew a guy in college really wanted to be a 3D modeler, tried it, hit a difficulty curve, gave up, not even in IT anymore. That's too bad. Yeah. Okay. So I got to label something. 11111111. Confirm. Okay. And then we'll label this over here. We'll label that. 222222222. Confirm. Okay. Now. Interact. Go to. Excellent. Excellent, boys. All right. And then confirm closes. Okay. Whoa. I don't know what that was. I don't know what that. Okay, we're gonna pretend like that. Well, we're gonna pretend like we didn't see that. All right. So it's like right now, I just want to like get to. I just want to like. I mean, this is shit code, but it's like I have a goal, and I just want to do it. Okay, so now, if we confirm, we should be able to get the selected option. I don't need to get the input field. No. All right, I might as well just do this in here since we're going bad. Let's just go bad, right? Okay, label drop down. Okay, get component. Okay, label. What is this? Options label drop down value text. Ah, okay. All right, so we get the label name. All right. Get the position. Okay. So. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad. This is so bad, man. This is so bad. No, this isn't okay. You going into bed? I know you gotta go to bed. All right, I gotta take my dog out soon, but we're close. We're close. Okay, label points. So the label points of the label name. Actually, I should just get the value of that. So this could just be var destination. This is so. I'm legitimately embarrassed right now. I'm legitimately a little embarrassed. Okay. Go to button clicked with label blank at position blank. Okay. Let's see if this works. Matthew says the camera near plane may be too small, so it's seeing the black eye indicator thingy. Maybe. Terrible.
Immigration's always been an issue that inflames passions. That's not surprising.
All right, 11111.
More important to us as a society.
22222.
Who gets to come here and call our country home?
All right.
Who gets the privilege of becoming citizens of the United States of when we talk about that in an abstract,
All right. So we have a position, which seems good enough. Okay. So is this NPC interact menu, what is that attached to? Is that attached to nothing? No, it can't be attached to nothing. It has to be attached to something. How do I get the sun? That's the only thing I need to get in here. Stay follow current. Current NPC. That's what it is. Okay. So current NPC holds the NPC. So what I need to do is from that, I need to get the text mesh thing. The text mesh. Addie, I'm going to go. I'll check back later. Love you. Bye, Lisa. Love you too. Bye-bye. Shader nonsense. It looks like the camera. Okay. Yeah. Okay. No. We're close. We're close. And then my dog is looking at me like, Dad, I got to go pee. Okay. So we got to get the agent. And I should have code somewhere to get the okay. Well, here we go. Agent. Right. So I should be able to do this, I think. Var agent. And then current NPC with an exclamation point because we're going to assume it exists. Get component nav mesh agent. But I need to add Unity AI. Okay. Easy. I know you need to go pee, Muwan. I do too. Okay. Unity AI. All right. So that no squiggly lines. And then now we should just be able to do... I'm not even going to bother with a null check. I'm just going to do agent set destination. That should be it. This should be it, boys. This should be it. Let's put the destroy before. Let's close everything up before we tell the NPC to go, and let's give it a shot. Let's see if it works. I feel bad. My dog needs to pee so bad, I'm sure. Okay. I have too much empathy. I'm too much of a caring person. I care too much about things. Okay. So, come over here. Okay. Mind you, there is a lot we still need to do about this, but this is just the core functionality. We're trying to make sure that it still works, or that it works. Send him over here. Okay. So let's see if he'll go. Come here, go to, select label 1, confirm. Object reference not set to instance of object. What is not set to an instance of object? Where did that go? Okay. Oh. What? Is it the current NPC? Is current NPC null? Let's find out. I don't know where all these breakpoints came from. Okay. Obviously they came from me, but okay, let me see. Go to select label 1, confirm. Oh my stars and garters. Come on. Okay, current NPC is null. All right. Well, that explains that. Let's detach. How does current NPC ever get populated? That is the question. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm calling close, which nulls it out. Duh. Because I had the brilliant idea of I explicitly said, oh, well, let's destroy everything and then set the, yeah, I explicitly did that. There's a book called The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. Sounds like a good book. All right. Sounds like Buddhism. I keep meaning so that we live, my wife is Thai, so we don't live that far from a Thai temple. Like no matter where we are, my wife knows where there's a Thai temple. Every Sunday they have a group meditation at 4 p.m. every Sunday, and I keep meaning to go every Sunday, and I haven't gone once. But it feels like something like I really would like to do that. I would really like to do like some type of group meditation. Like I'm not a religious person. I'm pretty much an atheist. But I do feel like the older I get, the more that I kind of want to connect with some type of spirituality. And that's not necessarily some type of God. It's just some type of like inner being or inner self. All right, let's see if this works. Look at that. Look at that. What does he do when he gets there? He's there. And then he just starts looking at me. Oh, that is awesome. But there's some subtleties here, right? Like we're not changing his state. Like his state is still idle when he's going there. We need to change his state. And really what we should do is we should change his state with a position and then it goes. One thing I want to do is I want to see, okay, I want to put a position right here. Let's actually make it really close to this guy. Not too close, but let's put it here. So that's going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Now I'm going to go over to him and I'm going to tell him to go to 3, 3, 3, 3 because I want to see if we get that emergent behavior I was talking about. Wait, where did he go? Did he go around the other way? Where did he go?
I'll find you. Rest.
Oh, God damn it. He didn't go the way I wanted him to. Okay. Four, 4, 4, 4, 4. Go to...
Rest.
So that's the emergent behavior I was talking about. Like we didn't, nothing in our code explicitly told the guard to look for the green guy and follow him if he sees him. He just went. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, this is absolute dog shit code. It is I'm embarrassed that I'm not even going to check. I am not even going to check this in on master. I'm going to open up a branch and put it onto the branch because this is dog shit. We'll call this dev map marker 2. Map marker 2. But then again, so Matthew, if you are going to like improve this UI, so we'll have to do it in a way where the code, because I'm going to be in this code a lot. So if you're going to improve the UI, let's go. Remember how I was talking like don't branch from one of my branches unless we talk about it beforehand. Now's a good time to branch from this branch. So I'm going to create this branch map marker 2. I'm going to just check all this into that, and then friendly NPC goes where you tell him. Okay, so that... Okay, so it's checked in, and then, oh, that is awesome. I'm so happy. Oh, and the fact that this pink guy is following him, that's even, oh man, that's so great. Let me see. But like right now, this is just like a hard-coded go, right? What we need to do is we need to have a like go-to state, and then we're going to change the NPC's state with obviously like the constructor for that state will be the position for him to go to, and then when he gets to the position, he'll go back to the idle state, things like that. Like we got to fix that up. And then also this entire interact menu business in general is just dog shit. I want it to be more like the item interaction menus. I think I have put a knife somewhere. Actually, the knife's probably gone right now. But I want it to be more like, but the way that the item interaction menus work is they're more dynamic, right? Like I can define in the inspector, I can define the options and all, and like the handlers just kind of work automatically, that kind of thing. It would also be nice. How can I put him on the ground? How do I put him on the ground? I'm holding V down. V does not seem to be working. I don't know. Like, how can I put him? Oh, Jesus Christ. Like I said, I get it. I get why it's difficult. But so anyway, so I want to clean up the way that the interaction menus work for the NPCs, and then we need to add a state and all of that kind of stuff. But this is awesome. The son has a smartphone. Yeah, the son should have a smart. Okay, wait, where did we go? Okay, Addy, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. Where I'm trying to figure out. Okay, there's a book. It should be set when the instance is made. What did you say the other day? Computers do exactly what you tell them to. They do. They do exactly what you tell them to. They don't always do what you want them to. They do what you tell them to. Nice, good stuff. I just look at the little mechanism in the cell that manipulate DNA, and I say there has to be some kind of intelligent designer. I don't. I disagree. I mean, maybe. I'm somewhere between an atheist and an agnostic. But agnostic to me kind of says, like, you think there could be a God, and I don't think there is, because, well, first of all, I have yet to hear a definition of God that isn't self-contradictory or that makes sense, essentially. I don't know. Like, you see beautiful patterns arise out of nature just by happenstance all the time. And given that, we've been around for billions and billions of years, I don't think it's out of the realm of possibility that this just so happened. Are you going to implement a walkie-talkie kind of thing so you wouldn't have to go up to the sun to give him a command? Yes. That's part of the reason that I had a cell phone as an asset, because I figure at some point we're going to have something like that. Walkie-talkie, cell phone, whatever it is. Perfect. Addy, that's awesome. Thanks, guys. I will branch the branch. If you merge first, it should still be fine. Yep. The son should shout stranger danger as he walks away. Yes. I mean, and you could do that. Like, the son should be able to detect when he's being followed, and then you could change his state from go to run to or something like that. And then, of course, when that state change happens, he could shout like, get away, whatever. Matthew, a smartphone could be a good prop for this mechanism. Absolutely. The son has a smartphone. Yep, we're going to have it. Oh, yeah, halfway there then. So, no, this was good progress. Like, I'm really happy. Like I said, the code is absolute dog shit, but we can clean that up. We have the mechanism that is working. I just want to see. Okay, let me see. I can set this here. 11111. And see what would be really good. So, like, I want to put it here. I can even see like another mechanism now. So, like, if I could somehow tell him go to 1111, then wait 5 seconds, then go to 22222, right? And that's what I was talking about, where the visual programming language aspect of this comes about, where we're going to need some complicated way to give those commands. Like, I could see like some type of stack, right? Like, and I talked about this like a couple of weeks ago, where like the command, like the behaviors. You could see all the behaviors as a stack. As one behavior completes, the other one, you pop the next one. And then you can insert behaviors at certain different levels and things like that. So like now I'm thinking like it would be great if I could tell him to go to 111 and then go to 222. But now I'm going to have to do it manually, right? I'm going to have to come over here. So I just wanted to see him walk past. And I just want to see it. I just want to see it one more time. Okay, he's going to go. You're not going to be able to make it? You're not going to be able to make it up there? Maybe I need to rebake. I don't know. Okay. Well, he made his way up. Okay, let's see. I just want to hear it. I just want to hear it.
Freeze! You are under arrest.
That makes me so happy. That makes me so happy. That's pretty awesome. That's pretty awesome. Anyway, guys. All right. So the code is up if you want to branch and not sure. God damn it. How long is that bug going to sit in the background, in the backlog? It has been in the backlog way too long. We're going to have a talk with management. I mean, like, we're going to have to just take this up to the chain. Like, I mean, we're going to have to talk to the Wait, no, not sure is the CTO. God damn it. All right, not sure. You're going to get demoted. If this bug doesn't get fixed, you're going to get demoted, and Matthew's going to be the CTO, and then you're going to be reporting to Matthew. So it's always awkward when you're the manager of someone, and then that someone becomes your manager. We don't want that to happen. Matthew says, yeah, roads should be made static for the nav mesh and matching. Rebake. Yeah, I probably just need a rebake or something. Like, there's lots of cleanup. Again, this is my first project, so cut me some slack, god damn it. I will probably be back on over the weekend. I'll probably want to stream as I'm doing the refactor. It might be more of like a ASMR type thing where I'm not really interacting with the chat too much. But anyway, I'm not sure. It says I'm having a meeting with myself. I'll have a meeting with myself. Anyway, guys, have a great weekend. Like I said, I will probably be back on tomorrow. It's supposed to do nothing but just rain. Isn't it supposed to rain tomorrow? Let me see. That's what my wife said, but now I'm not sure if I believe it or not. Let me see. I know it's supposed to cool off tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, my wife was saying it's supposed to be rainy, but this just says it's supposed to... Yeah, I don't see any indications of rain for tomorrow. Anyway, regardless, I will be back on tomorrow most likely. Otherwise, have a great night. Thanks for joining. As always, check out my travel channel, How He Goes Places, blah, blah, blah. And I'll see you when I see you. All right, bye, guys.